Today, let's learn about 5 historic Newburgh families with interesting stories to hear. Why, they even have roads named after them.
What is the name of the street you live on? If it's Shawnee, it's named for the noble Native Americans who lived here first. What an honor! Washington, Jefferson, Adams, Madison, or Monroe named prior United States presidents. How proud you must be. Perhaps your street name is Walnut, Chestnut, Cherry, Poplar, Elm, or Sycamore. These are streets named for strong and beautiful trees. If your address is a road named Land, Veneta, Bell, Libbert, or Grimm, then you are lucky to live where 5 historic Newburgh families of the same names built their homes over 100, even 200 years ago. Listen as I tell you their interesting stories. Bell Road is named for the Charles and Margaret Bell family. They were of Scotch-Irish heritage, as were many others living in Tennessee and Kentucky in 1830. That is the year Charles and Margaret were married, moved to Indiana, and settled on a farm just north of Newburgh. Their children also farmed and sold their produce. In time, the family prospered and became prominent in the Newburgh community, known for their strong and fierce temperaments. One Silas Bell even met his death as a result of a fight in the livery stable over hay. The son of this Silas, also named Silas, became a respected self-trained veterinarian. He kept a small pharmacy and mixed medicines under a doctor's instructions. Because of the 70 years this man faithfully kept a diary, we now know many facts of everyday life in Newburgh in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Do you have a diary? Perhaps starting one would be a fun and beneficial thing to do. Many current residents are descendants of this Bell family, including the county historian Kay Lant. Grimm Road is named for the Grimm family. They moved from Germany to America over 170 years ago in 1847. First, they lived in Pennsylvania. After a few years, they moved to Indiana, and Mr. Grimm purchased 80 acres of land near Newburgh for a farm. Unfortunately, Mr. Grimm died unexpectedly at a young age, and his children needed to work very hard to keep the family farm. Every member of the family had important daily chores. Chickens, ducks, and geese needed to be fed, eggs collected from the hens, cows milked, butter churned from that milk, trees cut down, fields plowed and planted using a horse-drawn plow, vegetable gardens tended, beans, corn, pickles, sauerkraut, apple butter to be canned. Wheat had to be harvested and ground into flour, pigs butchered for ham and bacon. Just about everything needed for life came from the farm. The food to eat, the clothes to wear, the goods to sell at the market, all came from the farm. The Grimms were very hard workers. Len Road is named for the Len family, who immigrated to America from Ayrshire, Scotland in the 1700s, more than 320 years ago. They first settled in Pennsylvania. They were accomplished woodsmen and fought for the patriot cause in the Revolutionary War. One of the Len children, James Stephen Len, fought at Yorktown under General George Washington and was a friend of the legendary Daniel Boone. He settled in this area in 1804. He also fought in the famous Battle of Tippecanoe, which crushed the power of the Native Americans living in this portion of the Old Northwest Territory. Descendants of James S. Lynn fought in the Civil War, and many Lynn descendants currently reside in the Newburgh-Evansville area. One descendant even wrote a book entitled The Trek, A History of the Lynn Family. The Lynn family has very deep roots in United States history. Libbert Road is named for the Libberts of Germany that came by ship to America in 1854. Gottlieb and Louisa Libbert landed in New Orleans, Louisiana, and came by steamboat up the Mississippi River to the Ohio River and disembarked in or near Newburgh. Like so many early settlers, they purchased 40 acres of land and started farming. There was little land for sale in Germany. America offered so much good, fertile, and affordable land. In time, some of the children and grandchildren of Gottlieb and Louisa left farming. Some became coal miners in the mines of Newburgh. One even died at age 56 when slate rock fell on him. Others moved away from Newburgh all the way to California and became involved in the movie-making business. Yes, the Libbert family led exciting lives. Veneta Road, east of the town of Newburgh, is named for the Veneta family. 250 years ago, in 1771, 3 brothers boarded the ship America and came to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from Germany. They settled in Pennsylvania first, but within a few years traveled down the Ohio River to this area. The land they cleared is still today part of the Veneta family farm. This farm has been awarded the prestigious title Centennial Farm, as it has been in the same family over 100 years. In fact, over 200 years. In that long time, the Veneta family experienced many adventures that included fighting a huge bear, surviving an Indian attack, traveling by riverboat to New Orleans, Louisiana, often to sell the corn, pork, and potatoes from their farm, and enlisting as soldiers in several conflicts, including the Civil War. At one time, a stop along the traction train line to Rockport was called Veneta Station. Although 2 brothers, Martin and George, operated a general store on Water Street in Newburgh, and both lived to be 94 years of age. The name Veneta is synonymous with farming, though, 7 generations strong. These important families contributed in many ways to the growth and success of Newburgh. They were leaders. The roads bearing their names lead us to a beautiful place we call home, Newburgh, Indiana.